Greetings, boxing fans. What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? Man, want to say shots out and farewell to Danny Garcia. Man, hell of a fight last night. Hell of a fight last night by Danny Garcia. Man, I loved it, man. Man, I'll tell you what, that was a nice way to shut it out, to shut out your career. I think he did a great job versus Daniel Gonzalez in the Barclays. That's where he began his career, and that's where he ended his career at. Um, man, great fight. The fight ended in the fourth round with a no-look short left hook for in 45 seconds of the fourth round. Like I said, great fight. He kind of sounded like he didn't know if that was going to be his last fight. Normally, when they sound like that, all you mean is that'll probably be his last official fight, meaning he may take some exhibition. You know how they do it now. Exhibitions. He'll probably take some exhibitions. I mean, the Jake Pauls and then any other fake fighters they want to fight, but he's not gonna do any kind of official fights. If the money's calling him in that way, he'll do it. Of course, recently the Ali Act that's gone now, so they're not gonna really be trying to pay these boxers any real money anyway. So a lot of these fighters coming up, they're not gonna really be trying to pay them. So fighters of our past, the Danny Garcias and all them, they're not gonna fight for the kind of money, you know, that they're gonna be trying to pay these fighters. They used to get millions, so they're not gonna want to make the kind of money that these new fighters are gonna be getting. They're not gonna they're not gonna want that. But I like that, man. Danny Garcia had this guy, Gonzalez, hurt early in the fight, and he went for the kill, and he couldn't stop him. And he said, "You know what? I ain't gonna just go in there and get caught with something crazy. So I'm gonna take my time, and eventually I'm gonna get this guy out." And basically calculated his shots. He calculated his punches, and he ended up getting his guy out, man. He ended up getting his guy out in the fourth. So, like I said, he's a two-time divisional champion. It was in the light welterweight and the welterweight. Um, he held belts at. So, I mean, he only lost four times, and the four times that he did lose, it was against great, it was against great champions. He had an ironclad chin. I mean, this dude was a great guy, man. From Philly. I mean, come on, man. Danny wasn't no punk, man. Danny held his own. Danny did his thing, and I rolled with Danny. I was a supporter of Danny. And Danny's one of those guys, man. You saw him in Vegas, you saw him somewhere, man. Danny spoke to you, Danny rocked with you when I used to cover fights and stuff like that. Danny was one of those, man. So, that's why I said I had to give Danny a shout out. I had to give Danny a farewell. So definitely, Danny did his thing, man. So one of those dudes from Philly, he owned he owned a little entrepreneur. He owns a little barbershop, owns a little car wash. So Danny gonna be all right. He did well with his money, So he did well with his bread. So good. Uh, but at the end of the day, it's always good to see these boxers come in and they didn't take a lot of punishment. They still got their mental, they still got all their faculties, and they leave out in peace, and they still have some bread where they can do something with it, still take care of mom and dad, and they can still, like, Sean Porter's one of them, Andre Ward is one of them, those two still got their faculties and still got a little bread. So then they gonna see it. So that's good, and that's what you want to see. So it's always good to see that. So at the end of the day, it's good that these guys come in, grab some cash and dash, and have, getting out at 37 years old. What a, hey man, not many of us consider we retired at 37 years old and have $1 million in the bank. I mean, hey, bro, or over $1 million in the bank. Or liquidation, we could still spend and live off of. That's cool. That's all right. So at the end of the day, do what you got to do. I ain't mad at you. I'm hoping he doesn't have to come back and fight to live, but at the end of the day, you gotta do what you gotta do. I ain't out your pocket watching. Um, I still gotta do what I gotta do to live. So at the end of the day, every man for himself, right? Right. So y'all already know what this is, man. It's being boxing news. Yeah, I'm representing for the fraternity, man. Omega Psi Phi all day, all night. Y'all already know those. Roll to the bros. Right. Homecoming weekend, always. At the end of the day, man, I'll have it, man. Always shoot me a like. Always support my channel, being boxing news, Nick all day. And at the end of the day, I'm in the building. And if you're not already supporting my channel, make sure you support my channel. And with that being said, and I'm out. Man, farewell, Danny Garcia. Have a great, luxurious career. And I'm in Philly, man. I'm gonna stop by the boxing ring and holler at you. But at the end of the day, man, you had a great career. I supported you, man, from the time you was in lightweight all the way till 154, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, standout dude, man. Standout dude. So a lot of them dudes be scary. They'll see you and they run from you. This dude not. And I'm out. Peace.